again and welcome to class 685. Is it 685, Marta? Yeah. Welcome to class 685. Yeah. Always before Marta turns on the camera, I say, okay, marchando, uno de inglés. And she likes it. Go, uno con leche, uno con... All right, why not? Uno más de inglés. All right, marchando, uno de inglés. Let's también se dice sin contracción, cuando quieres un poco formal. Let us continue, shall we? Learn to speak up, page 158, number 12. We'll start where we left off yesterday. Si defraudas a tu gente, me defraudarás a mí también. If you disappoint your people, you'll disappoint me as well. Or you'll disappoint me too. Anda. Claro, these are phrasal verbs. Estaba usando el verbo estándar to disappoint. If you let your people down, if you let down your people, both are correct. If you let down your people, you'll let me down as well. You'll let me down too. If you let down your people, or if you let your people down, yes, don't let me down, don't let me down. If you let your people down, you'll let me down as well. So please don't let your people down. Okay? Don't let your people down. Your people look up to you. ¿Cómo? Your people look up to you. ¿Qué quiere decir? They look up? No. Physically, no. To look up to is admirar. Tu gente te admira. Te mira con admiración. They look up, como si estuvieras en un pedestal. They look up to you. Oh, boss, what do I need to do now? Yeah, your people look up to you. They like you. They admire you. They have a great deal of respect for you. Don't let them down. You have a responsibility towards them. Hacia ellos, towards. You have a responsibility towards them. If you let down your people, you'll let me down too. So, they have high expectations from you because you're a famous person. Yeah. So, if you let your people down or if you let down your people, me gusta más people en medio aquí. If you let your people down, you'll let me down too. All right. Has omitido el punto 3. Yo lo omití también. You left out point 3. I left it out too. Okay. All right. Omitir es dejar fuera, claro. To leave out. Tiene sentido. To leave out. Ahora, si omites saltando una cosa, solemos decir to skip. Anda. He saltado el número 8. I skipped number 8. I left out Ahora, si preparándolo a propósito dejo fuera uno, se dice más leave out. Yes. Tú has omitido el punto 3. Yo lo omití también. Strange. You left out point number 3. You left out point 3. I left it out too. I left it out too. We both left it out. Why did you leave it out? Well, I left it out because I wanted to leave it out. And why did you leave it out? I left it out because I don't consider it important. Point 3 is not important. Point 3 on the 10 Commandments. Los 10 mandamientos. El tercero era? I can't. Do you remember the third on the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not have another God. No tendrás otros dioses. I think that's number 1. Thou shalt not use the word God in vain. El nombre de Dios en vano. Yes. But I don't remember number 2 either. Number 3, I don't remember. But you left it out. Why did you leave it out? To leave out. Why did you leave it out? All right. Salieron para Chile anoche. They left for Chile last night. They left for. Salir para. Igual. It's the same in English and Spanish. They left for. to leave for. They left for Chile last night. Really? Are they going to fly to Santiago? Well, from Madrid, if you fly to Chile, you fly to Santiago. Non-stop. It takes 14 hours. And it was 14 hours. Now, are you planning to go to Santiago? No. Well, where are you planning to go? Are you planning to go to Viña del Mar? Okay, well then you need to take a bus to the coast. It's on the coast south of Valparaíso. Okay, and that's where you need to go. All right, salieron para Chile anoche. They left for Chile last night. Atravesaron ellos la barrera del sonido. Yeah, they broke through. Ahora tengo que mirarlo yo. They broke through the sound barrier to break through. Yes, to break through. They broke through the sound barrier. Claro, la barrera del sonido. The first time a pilot broke through. Esto es una barrera, ¿sí? Es como una muralla. Yeah, no se portan bien. All right. Now, to break through, you understand? That's to break through. See, lo rompe, bam. You break through. To break through, o sea, atravesar rompiendo. All right. Y de ahí viene un gran avance científico, es a scientific breakthrough. A breakthrough. Algo rompedor en este caso, a breakthrough. To make a breakthrough, a medical breakthrough. Okay, to break through the sound barrier. Yes. 1947 was the first time a pilot broke through the sound barrier. And it created a sonic boom, an explosion. And the pilot's wife, Pete Yeager, the pilot's name was Pete Yeager. Pete Yeager, Texas boy like me. He was from Texas. And in California, in the desert, California desert, the Andrews Air Force Base, he took up a plane. Well, he was in a special plane in the belly, la panza, of another plane. And he flew and he broke the sound barrier. And the wife was watching, but it was impossible to see. And then she heard an explosion. And so everybody thought that he had died. But no, because when you pass through or break through the sound barrier, it produces a sound boom, what we call a boom, un boom sónico. A sonic boom that sounds like an explosion. And but he was okay. He came back. Yes. And he did it with a broken rib. The day before, una costilla rota, lo hizo. The day before, he was with his wife riding horses, and he hit a tree branch, a limb, and it broke his rib. But he didn't say anything to anybody except his wife and the mechanic for the plane, the mechanic. And the problem was he couldn't close the door, the hatch, in la escotilla, inside. So he asked the mechanic gave him, because of this side, he couldn't move it. So the mechanic gave him a piece of wood, and he could close it this way. He went up and he broke the sound barrier for the first time in history. Pete Yeager, it's a very interesting story. Elegidos para la Gloria. Have you ever heard of the movie? It's a very, very good movie, but a very, very, very good movie. And a very good book. I prefer the book, but the movie's very good too. It's very, very good. It's about the first 7 astronauts for the Mercury program in NASA. But when they ask the 7 astronauts who are considered the 7 best pilots in the United States, you ask them, who's the best pilot in the United States? They say, Pete Yeager. He was not interested in being an astronaut, but he was the first choice. Okay, salieron para Chile anoche. They left for Chile. last night, y atravesaron la barrera del sonido. They broke through the sound barrier. Si no guardas tus juguetes, ¿quién los guardará? If you don't put away your toys, who will put them away? I'm not going to put them away for you, little Jimmy. Victorcito, Victor. Put away your toys. Put away. So, colocarlos en un sitio, en sus armaritos. Put away your toys. If you don't put away your toys, or if you don't put your toys away, ambos valen, who's going to put them away? ¿Quién los va a guardar? I'm not going to put them away. Marta's, your mother's not going to put them away. Your father's not going to put them away. It's your job to put them away. So put away your toys, okay? Put away your toys. No te des por vencido. Don't give up. ¿Cuántas veces he dicho eso? Don't give up. Se dice a veces, don't give up the ship. No abandones el barco. Pero in figurative way. Don't give up the ship. Don't throw in the towel. Don't give up. Don't give up. No des tu brazo a torcer. Don't give in. Oh, but they're twisting my arm. Don't give in. Oh, they're twisting. Tuércemelo. Twist it for me. Yeah, that's to give in. Don't give in. Claro, to give up is rendirse. To give in is ceder ante la presión. Basically, it's the same idea, but a little bit different. To give up means tiras la toalla. No more. I give up. To give in is, okay, fine. You win. Now that's to give in. But don't worry. You can use them both. All right. Si tú no distribuyes las notas de colegio, yo las distribuiré. Wow, it's difficult Spanish for me. If you don't give out the grades, I'll give them out. If you don't give out, to give out is to hand out. Two ways. To hand out is repartir con la mano, distribuir con la mano. Mira, los exámenes, okay, the exams. Here are all the exams. Okay, Jimmy, this is yours. Michael, this is yours. Jenny, that's to hand out or to give out. To hand out, que estropicio hecho aquí. To hand out and to give out. All right. If you don't give out the grades, en este caso notas de colegio, if you don't give out the grades or the marks, I'll give them out. If you don't give them out, I'll give them out. Si tú no revisas el informe, lo revisaré yo. If you don't look over the report, I'll look it over. If you don't look over the report, I'll look it over. If you don't look over the report, I'll look over it. This is an exception. You can say both. I'll look over it, I'll look it over. I'll look it over, I'll look over it. Normally that's not possible. In this case, casi, yes. Almost. If you don't look over the report, I'll look it over. Sé suficiente inglés para salir del paso. Oh, easy. I know enough English to get by. I can get by with my French in France. Okay. Me las apañaré. I'll get by. Me las apañaré. I'll get by. Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. I'll get by. But Richard, are you sure? I mean, when you go there, don't worry. You worry too much. Everything is going to turn out fine. I'll get by. I always get by. Llegué al hotel 10 minutos tarde. I got to the hotel 10 minutes late. To get to. Phrasal verb. I got to the hotel 10 minutes late. Si no supieras. I'm sorry. These lights, I can't read. Si no superas la enfermedad hoy, la superarás pronto. Okay. If you don't get over the illness today, you'll get over it soon. Lo que no sé si you'll get it over. Eso no. You'll get over it. Phrasal verbs are difficult, of course, because sometimes the preposition, usually the pronoun is in the middle. In a few cases, it's at the end. If you don't get over the illness today, don't worry. You'll get over it soon. Don't worry. You're always worrying. You're a worrywart. Sí, médico mucho. Eres una verruga preocupona. Wart. A worrywart. Wart. Ya como guerra con T al final. Wart. All right. You're a worrywart. Stop worrying. If you don't get over the illness today, no, dice today, yeah, you'll get over it soon. You'll get over it soon. Aléjate del humo. Get away. Get away from the smoke. Get away from the smoke. Yes, because you can suffer smoke inhalation, and it can kill you. Depending on the type of material that is burning, it could be toxic. The smoke could be toxic, so get away. Get away from the smoke. Get away from me. Aléjate de mí. Get away from me. I need to get away from the city. Tengo que poner tierra por medio y alejarme de la urbe. I need to get away from the big city. It's getting me down. Me está deprimiendo. It's getting me down. Yeah, it's getting me down. I need to get away. To get away, and get away from me. Get away from me. Get away. Get away from the smoke. All right, translation list. Number 10 on page 278. 278. Nunca he trabajado en un monasterio. No, ministerio, Ni monasterio tampoco. I've never worked in a ministry, and I've never worked in a monastery. Neither one. Neither a ministry nor a monastery. Nunca he trabajado en un ministerio. I've never worked in a ministry. Well, it depends on your definition. I've never had a job in a ministry, but I have given class to a minister. And I gave class to the minister in his ministerial office every morning. No, 3 days a week from 10 to 11. I remember. This was a long time ago. And I'm not going to say what minister, because the person, most people remember the minister. So I drove, and there were only 3 parking spaces. This is in the center of Madrid. There are only 3 parking spaces available for the ministry in the street. And so there was one reserved for me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I went. Then I went up to the 2nd floor, and there was his office. Okay. And it's interesting that his personal assistant, a lady, very elegant lady, his personal assistant, about 25 years later, became a minister as well. I was surprised when I saw, well, that's her. I was surprised. Now the minister was a very good man, very good person, very intelligent man, but extremely shy, pathologically shy. And that's very difficult. And he didn't want to speak English if he didn't say it perfectly. And learning a second language, you need to have, you need to be brave and just say it, even if you make mistakes. But no, he wanted everything to be perfect. And that's very difficult. It's very difficult. Now he probably doesn't speak English very well. He had a level, high pre-intermedio, casi tirando intermedio, principiante alto. That was his level. But he's a very intelligent guy. It's for sure. He's a very intelligent guy. But I haven't seen him since then. I gave him class for about 1 year. And then there was a change in the government. But I haven't seen him since then. Yes. Nor his personal assistant. Okay, nunca he trabajado en un ministerio. I've never worked in a ministry. And I've never worked in a monastery. And I've never worked in a hospital. I've never worked in a chemical factory. Yeah. Although I've worked in a factory. Yes. I've never worked in a Chinese restaurant. Okay. No se han muerto todavía. Okay, they haven't died yet. Bueno, menos mal. Okay. Who? They haven't died yet. Who? Hitler and Stalin. No, Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin. You say they haven't died yet? No, they're still alive. No, they've already died. Adolf Hitler died in 1945. April 30th, I believe. The last day of April, or April 29th. And Joseph Stalin died in 1953, or 1952. I think 1953, Joseph Stalin died. No, they haven't died yet. No han muerto todavía. That's not true. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. All right, siguen vivos. They're still alive. No. They are still alive. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. They're still alive. They're still alive. No. If Adolf Hitler was 56 when he died, or 54. I think Adolf Hitler was 54 when he died, in 1945. And 1945 was 77 years ago. So if he were still alive today, he was 77, he would be 129 years old. So he's not still alive. He's not still alive. All right. ¿A quién pegó Juan? Juan pegó a alguien? Did John hit somebody? Yeah. ¿A quién pegó? Who did he hit? He hit me. And why did he hit you? Because he was angry. Yeah? Well, where did he hit you? He hit me in the eye. And did you get a black eye? No. He didn't hit me hard enough. ¿A quién pegó Juan? Who did John hit? Deberías tener mucho cuidado. Deberías tener mucho cuidado. Or más cuidado o mucho. You should be more careful. Especially with John. You should be more careful. You should be more careful. Deberías llamarle antes de ir. You know, I'm having trouble reading these. These sentences in this book no, but in this book the sentences are very small. The print is very small. Deberías llamarle a él antes de ir. You should call him before leaving or before going. Antes de marcharte. You should call him before going. You should call him before leaving. You should call him. You should, si es ella, you should call her. You should call her. Ellos, you should call them. You should call them before leaving. Call them. Suena columna. Call them. Deberías llamarles sobre el tema de la columna. Sobre la columna. You should call them about the column. Why should I call them about the column? Because there's a problem with the column. So you need to call them. I need to call him, yeah, because otherwise he needs to know about the column. They need to know about the column. So call him. Así habla un nativo. Esto es forzándolo con la palabra columna. Llámales. Tiene que estar al tanto de lo de la columna. You need to call him. About the column? Yeah, about the column. So call him. Así habla un nativo. Call them. Call her. Call her. Tú no. Pronuncia bien them y her y him. But when you encounter native people, you will not hear call them, call her, call him. You'll hear call him, call her, call him, call him, call him, call him. It's impossible for the Spanish ear to differentiate. Column, columna, column is llámales. Como columna. Column, im, como una letra M, column. Caller is como persona que llama, un llamante, un llamador is a caller. Yeah. Caller identity. And call her sounds the same. Llámale a ella sobre el que llamó. Call her about the caller, etc. Call. Deberías llamarle antes de ir. You should call him before going. Deberían montar su propio negocio, en mi opinión. They should start their own business. To start. Deberían haber un startup. Se dice hoy en día bastante aquí un startup o una startup. Masculine or feminine? Un. Masculine. No? She doesn't know. She's not sure. Una startup. Una iniciativa de negocios. Okay. It's a business initiative. Startup. To start a business. Así se dice montar un negocio. To set up a business. But se dice más start. Deberías montar tu propio negocio. You should start your own business. You should start your own business and get rich. Oh, good luck. It's not very easy. Only 5% of new businesses survive the first 5 years. So it's not easy. See you tomorrow.